Manfred Trenz. If he's not Germany's most famous game developer, he should be. He started with the famous Mario ripoff Jonas Sisters, is the brain behind the Turrican series, and he worked on Crazy Frog Racer for Game Boy Advance, but I'll forgive him for that. In 1995, he made what would go on to be the most rare and expensive Super Famicom game ever made, Rendering Ranger R2. I have no idea what possessed Virgin Interactive to only publish this game in Japan, and then to only release it in 5,000 or so copies. But that's what they did, and a boxed copy of the game rivals the big 4 Virtual Boy games at price. But unlike some rare games, the game itself here is actually really good. Rendering Ranger R2 is half run and gun like Contra and half 2D shooter. On foot you play as a ranger who is rendered nicely, and looks kinda like the Doom guy carrying one of those big guns from Aliens. You can hold multiple weapons at a time and cycle between them with A, and from the little floating head enemies you get upgrades for them. The starting weapon that becomes a spread gun, the blue laser-like weapon, the one that shoots in 3 directions, and the green shot that bounces off walls. Each of these also have a super shot you unleash with the X button, and they're all different, and the stock replenishes with time for a total of 3. These are quite powerful, and since there's no time limit, there's nothing stopping you from stopping and letting them regenerate, at least on the run-and-gun stages. You can shoot in 8 directions, and holding L or R allows you to stand still while shooting diagonally up or down. The game has a reputation for being very difficult, but I have to say it's not the unfair kind. First of all, there are difficulty settings, and then there's the fact that you respawn right where you were when you died, as well as the fact that you have a health bar, and health pickups aren't common but not rare either, certainly not like Journey to Silius. When you die, only the weapon you had on you when you died gets reset to level 1, which is good. You can set your lives from 3 to 7 in the options, and while technically the game doesn't have any continues, there are passwords. However, the stages are pretty long, so getting sent back to the very beginning does sting a little. The 2D shooter stages, however, are a completely different matter. Of course, me being me, I can't beat a single one, not on normal mode anyway. And looking at the later ones with passwords, these sure do look quite impossible. But I still have to acknowledge how good it is that you have your health bar here too, as well as all the power-ups. One problem I have with shooters like this is that you have to shoot all the time. Be sure to have autofire on, by the way, if you don't want to ruin your thumb. And while shooting all the time, the screen is absolutely covered in stuff. The background, the objects, the enemies, your shots and their shots. Rendering Ranger R2 is a technical marvel. The pre-rendered graphics are very well done and look better than Donkey Kong Country to me. And there are many rotating and spinning effects, and with the aforementioned abundance of stuff on the screen kept in mind, it's amazing that there's no slowdown. Everything is silky smooth as far as I can tell. And some of the designs are very metal. No, I didn't sell a kidney to afford this game, I got a quote-unquote reproduction card. Unless you have very deep pockets, this is one of those situations. But of course I do recommend playing this game. I would have preferred it if it was more run and gun and less 2D shooter, but it is what it is. And what it is a really good game.